Hey guys, welcome to my follow-up video on my previous video, which was on saving power cells. And I guess I did jump all over the place on my previous video. I think I'm gonna have a simpler format, just kind of rank or just kind of list the tips on certain topic, just kind of run them down and explain how things are. Because sometimes I work on videos after work and I do get super tired, and it does get fragmented because I work bit by bit on different days. But anyways, I have picked out some of the tips from my viewers, and I guess I'll just list them and maybe talk a little about it after reading viewers tips. I guess you guys will be watching this. And I thought these ones were really good. So I'll start off by looking at Ghost. So I think this is very fundamental one, and I think it's very important because if the game is already set and if you know that you're gonna lose or win, because sometimes you really don't know till maybe past 5-minute mark or so. But if you already feel, if you're getting spawn rated basically, or if you're already winning, yeah, don't use any power cells, I guess. And I thought this was a very good one because sometimes the matchmaking does, we do get matches where it's very uneven. So thank you, Ghost. On to Son C. So he says, he or she says, if I had to give a tip to everyone, is that to use cells on specific targets only. If you see an Ares, Aljun, Mercury, Invader, feel free to use it. If I see Bulwark, Spectre, Hades, Nemesis, Strider, Alguang, I probably try my best to save my power cells. So, you guys all know the bots that are easier to kill. Definitely save your power cells on those bots and use it on, I guess, dominant bots. Yeah, that makes sense. And on to another Sansi I picked out because he says, my problem is that he uses over 50% of power cells by accident. So I guess I'll let them know about that. And of course, if a lot of people are having problem with it, I guess it's best that they know about this problem. Okay, on to next. Okay, King Zombie says, pilot skill that gives you 25% off power cells. I forget what it's called. I forget what it was called too, but I know it's there. I think it's on all pilots. Get that power cell. Get that pilot skill on every bot. Save ton of power cells over time. So yeah, that makes sense. I actually wrote this down on my notebook when I was making that video, but I guess I left that one out. And I think this one is very direct, and I think a lot of people should know about it. If you don't know, a lot of people already know about it, but this is something to think about. Here, on to another one. Oliver Von Arcs says, did you jump? Okay, ignore that part. And you are not aware that everyone has Pantheon bots. Good point there. And you forgot to mention the death mark, because it costs 40 I think 40 power cells to use it once, and some players can't resist to use it all the time. And yeah, obviously unequip some of the ones that cost 40 power cells during solo play, because obviously if it's there, you would want to use it. I have it on one of my bot. I always tell myself not to use it, but whenever I see a Falcon, I see an urgency to use it. So good point there. On to next. Brian B says, power cell tip. Okay, don't use in risky situations. For example, no sense in using QR unless that's quantum radar, by the way. Unless you are fairly certain that you can unload most of your ammo while active. Regarding video content, I very much appreciate how you cover big picture topics and relate them to different group of bots, weapons, etc. Thank you for your compliment at the end. And yeah, definitely I agree with his point here. So I guess you kind of really want to have that awareness of your bot's HP. I guess because if you're already dying and if you're in certain risky situations, there's really no point of using power cells. And on to next. Give me your cookies says I'd recommend not to use power cells in solo play. Also not to use power cells during spawn raids. Okay, so I think we had something similar to it, but definitely don't use it in spawn raids, which is another risky situation. And if you have seen my video, I guess I already mentioned that don't really use it in your solo play. Okay, on to next. Die Hard says, wow, he's sitting at 90k, 90,000 power cells, and that's pretty impressive. 90k power cells. So he's saying just stop using it, I guess. Just play like you never had it, and it adds up very quick. So I guess if you're running out of power cells, what you kind of need to do is have like a week, maybe like maybe at the end of the month or something. I'm just making that up. Maybe at the end of the month, just kind of tell yourself, for 1 week I won't use power cells, and then after that you'll kind of collect some power cells from battle creates and stuff, and you'll have like a stash of power cells to use for the next month. Maybe that is a good advice. And on to next. Yeah, I thought this was kind of funny because Nick Della Torre says just buy 7,200 tokens from. Isn't that like $200 though? From this event and get 70k power cells. Yeah. I probably won't be able to spend $200 just on power cells. But I thought that was kind of funny because I would see all the tips and like all the serious like tips from, I guess, comments, and then I just saw this one and I was like, maybe I should put this in because it was kind of funny just to have it in the middle. Okay, so Oliver Von Arx had another good tip, I guess, because I have it here, and panic heal. So I think that kind of I think, as we saw before, we had a tip regarding not using it in risky situations, and I think this is similar. If you're in certain risky situations, you need to calm yourself down and not press all buttons when you're panicking. Kind of like me, I sometimes do that because I panic. And if you're already on low health, and especially if you have a last stand, and obviously the repair kit doesn't work during last stand, so there's no point of using that. And never panic heal. And last but not least, Eddie Renhel says another tip to save power cell is to set pilots with ability to heal every second. So if you guys have checked out the list of pilot skills, there's a pilot skill where I think there's two of them. That one that increases your max max HP on your robot, and one that kind of just heals very slow, but just like the repair kit. But it's very comparable though, because it's much slower. But definitely kind of implement that, because most of the cooldowns are like I don't know, definitely over like 15 seconds on most spots. So I would definitely consider using that power cell skill as well. And let me know if you guys liked having your comments in my video, and do you guys like the follow-up videos? Definitely let me know about that, because if I make videos like this, and if I make a follow-up video with a screenshot of your comments, I think it's kind of fun to interact with my viewers. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have been watching this video, there was a lot of low-key action in this gameplay. So definitely kind of fun to kind of look at that. And I think Loki is really one of the most fun bot to use. Definitely not one of the most skilled bot, because you have that infinite stealth. You don't have to really think about any cooldown. So, but it is fun. I think the teleporting bot would be fun too, because it's not really OP. If you have seen my test server video, and if you haven't seen it, there's a teleport bot that's coming out, and definitely check that video out as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video.